Hello everyone and welcome to a special episode of Age of Empires 2. Special episode because I want to do a little bit of a challenge. It wasn't requested by anyone because, you know, my last Age of Empires 2 video has been a while ago. But I thought this up for myself and I want to try and beat my opponent using just villagers. Let me just check something real quick. Okay, good. Because there is one very crucial piece of technology that that you can research later, which makes this even conceivable to even think about. I don't know yet if it's gonna be actually possible. I haven't done it yet. Oh, damn it. By the way, I choose the real world Madagascar, which I think is a DLC map, because you spawn around so many resources. You see there's gold here, stone, gold, and these trees all give you 200 wood each, so it's like, well, it's a lot of resources right next to the spawn. And you will build this. So yeah, using only villagers, obviously we're gonna need a lot of food, and because we're gonna need a lot of food, that means we also need a lot of wood, because we're gonna be requiring a lot of houses, a lot of farms. You know what, stop building that here. You should put that over there maybe instead. And we will research this. This is one of the reasons I even thought about this, because this just increases your villager base stats from 25 health and no armor to 40 health with 1 hack armor and 2 pierce armor. Hack armor is basically against melee attacks, and pierce armor is against ranged attacks. So that is one of the reasons that I think this might work, but I'm still not really sure about it, you know. Again, I haven't done it yet. Yeah, that is one of the reasons that I think it could be possible. The other reason we'll see a bit later. Let's actually explore a little bit. I will probably only really use my scout until I find out where my enemy is. After that, I don't really need him anymore. He may be on the other side of the sea, and that would actually be pretty convenient. And I think it would be convenient because, well, then I don't have to deal with him here. I can just take almost as long as I want to build up my own town, my own city here, and well, wait, what? No. I just messed up. Whatever. Yeah, I can have a lot of time in order to build up my own town, and that would be very convenient because I can't get attacked directly from, you know, where I'm already at. So we're not really gonna need a lot of gold, because we really are only gonna need gold in order to research new ages. But we will need some for that, because we do need to get to the Imperial Age Otherwise we won't be able to research the second piece of technology, which is the far more important one that would make this work. So these baobab trees, and like on some instances in the past, off camera, I've actually just used my scout to explore for more of those, and we've seen that there's a plot of them right here with like 6 or 7 of them. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you can find a patch of like 10 or so of them in like really close together, and that is just you're basically set. 10 of these trees is 2,000 wood. That's a lot of wood. Ah, yeah, you gotta love the AIs of these. The fact that they don't team up and shoot at the same zebra, but rather they just shoot one arrow at each individually, so that they can actually run away, and they have to carry the food a further distance. Yeah, that's a great one. We actually do need... Oh, I don't have enough wood for that yet. Wait, what? There we go. And I also want to not use fishing ships, because I think it's more authentic if we're gonna be saying that, oh, okay, there's gonna be a huge amount of baobab trees. If the enemy is not on this island together with me, holy shit, look at that! That's like 5,000 wood right there. I know where I'm going once I've completely exhausted these baobab trees around my town center. Okay. I also want to build like a huge network of farms around my town center, which means that, yeah, you already see that I have 2 mills already, and you may be saying that's a little overkill, but I'm gonna need a lot of farms, and therefore it's easier to have more mills slash town centers as, you know, points where they can bring their food to. If I'm gonna have lots of farms though, or if I wanna have lots of farms, then I need a crap load of wood, and therefore it's gonna be really important for me to actually make sure that they chop down these trees in the most efficient way. So we have our 4 groups of villagers over here, each of which is 60 of them, of course. So overall we're gonna be having 300 villagers. Because there's 30 more here and 30 more about to be going onto these ships. Just go on board. And then these guys are gonna be going up in here. Right. This is it, really. Can I defeat my enemy using just villagers? I mean, you may have watched me go through the whole process, you may not have, which, you know, I wouldn't blame you if you didn't. I don't want to land here, because this actually gives him vision, and I don't want him to see me land yet another 60 villagers. So, oh yeah, I should have done that somewhere else. Because it's gonna make it harder for me to draw a frame across the villagers that I actually want to select for my group 5. But man, this, like... Let's just do this, just for... well, no real purpose at all, really. Okay, nice. So we're gonna have 5 groups of 60 villagers each. Because 60 is the maximum amount of units you can have in one group. So, can we do anything at all to this guy? What did I just do? Okay, whatever. I think I just autosaved, but I just took a screenshot there. That's what I pressed F12 to make a screenshot, because that was, you know, oh, that was beautiful. Yeah, but now I'm scared. But you can see that against this town center they're actually doing a number. However, now that units are gonna arrive, things are gonna get scary. Yeah, you see how quickly the first one of our villagers died here. We're also gonna get converted, really. Because they're not attacking automatically, it makes it really hard for me to, yeah, do anything. Yeah, I'm gonna be dying so goddamn quickly. I guess we should be doing this. We should be attacking buildings. This is incredibly hard to manage, like all the villagers doing something that actually is gonna benefit me. Like killing these guys. Yeah, group 1 only has 4 villagers left. Through all that, they weren't even able to kill 1 cavalier? Like, really? He's close to death, isn't he? No, he's not. He is. No? So we actually killed one. Yeah. This is failing miserably. Two. Okay. Alrighty then. Well, I guess I sort of expected that. Yeah. You just die. Everything else is dead. I mean, I could build up a huge army of whatever right now, but you know, it's kind of against the purpose of this video. So I was not able, or even close to, defeating my opponent using just villagers. That was the task I set out and I failed. You know, it happens, but well, hope you guys enjoyed this very special video, and I'm sorry for you know the result, but it was a fun little experiment, something to try out for sure. Guess I'll see you next time.